Good day, everyone. For this activity, I choose Philippine Business Bank or PBB as my admired business enterprise. I choose PBB because of my personal experience with the bank and the quality of customer service that I experience as a client. For this activity, I had the opportunity to interview Mr. Joseph Garcia, the bank manager of the Philippine Business Bank Iligan branch. Through our interview, I learned more about the management philosophy and the practices of the bank, particularly in terms of planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. So, in this presentation, I will share my interview findings, my personal experience with the PBB, and my insights about its management philosophy.
Based on the interview with the bank manager, the planning philosophy of Philippine Business Bank is centered on organizational growth, clear direction, and alignment of employees toward common objectives. The manager explained that the bank is planning for further development and has a direction toward becoming a commercial or universal bank. He also emphasized that the direction and targets of the bank should become the direction and targets of all employees, particularly those in the front line. He summarized this approach as one team, one bank, and one objective. This planning approach is consistent with PBB's broader corporate direction. PBB identifies its focus as becoming the bank of choice for the SME market, while its mission emphasizes higher standards, competitive products and services, teamwork and customer, and community satisfaction as well. Its vision is to help build strong business communities where people can achieve their dreams.
Philippine Business Bank's organizing philosophy is centered on the proper distribution of responsibilities, functional specialization, coordination of work, and efficient deployment of people and resources to support the bank's operations.
According to Mr. Garcia, the leadership philosophy of the bank is centered on trust, mutual respect, teamwork, and positive relationships with employees. The manager promotes teamwork by developing close and professional relationship with his staff and conducting team building activities that strengthen their bond and cooperation. He believes that the trust and respect are earned through respectful treatment rather than through fear or authority. As he stated, respect cannot be earned by fear, but respect can be earned by another respect. This reflects a relationship-oriented leadership approach in which employees are encouraged to work together in an atmosphere of trust, respect, and cooperation toward the bank's common objectives.
The controlling philosophy of Philippine Business Bank is centered on confidentiality, accountability, compliance, risk management, and protection of clients and the bank's resources. Based on the interview with the bank manager, employees are expected to follow strict rules when handling clients' financial information. Even when an employee personally knows or is close to a client or the client's family, confidential documents such as bank statements should not be released without proper authorization. So this reflects the principle that unauthorized disclosure protect clients' information and maintain the trust placed in the bank. This interview finding is also consistent with the Philippine Business Bank's official policies. Philippine Business Bank states that client information must be protected through confidentiality, security, controlled access by authorized personnel, and accountability. Based on my experience with the Philippine Business Bank, I can say that they provide very good customer service. The employees are very friendly, approachable, and easy to communicate with. I personally experienced this when I applied for a car loan. I tried applying to two or more banks, but I encountered many requirements, and in some cases, I felt that I was not given enough assistance with the process. This made the application more difficult and discouraging. My experience with Philippine Business Bank was different. Once they got to know you and established trust with you, they were very helpful throughout the process. Like for me, they guided me with the requirements, answered my questions, and made the application easier and less stressful. I found it easy. I found it very easy to communicate with them, and I did not feel that I was left alone to figure out the process by myself. Because of this experience, I would rate Philippine Business Bank as very good in when it comes to management. For me, their strength is not only in providing banking services but also in building good relationships and trust with their customers. Their friendly and accommodating approach makes customers feel valued and supported. This personal experience also helped me understand why the bank manager emphasized that customer service, trust, relationships are very important in managing the bank. My insight from the Philippine Business Bank is that management philosophy should be customer centered. My experience with the bank showed me the importance of responsiveness, accessibility, and service excellence. When the customers can easily communicate with employees and receive assistance throughout the process, banking becomes more convenient and less stressful. This made me realize that management philosophy is not only reflected in how managers plan and control the organization, but also in how the organization creates a positive experience for its customers.